I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in a pretty strict household, and Twitch was one of those sites I can count on that would not get me in trouble. Filled with people like Ninja, Summit, and Dr. Disrespect, raging in games, I had nothing to worry about. But now, those days are over. Enter the new age of Twitch. The platform is filled with a bunch of degenerate streamers. But today, well, we're going to be speaking about the e-girls. This is about to get good. If you haven't been on Twitch in a while, you won't recognize it if you went on today. Today, the platform is filled with a bunch of female streamers on the platform making content, trying to promote their different platforms. And we're going to get into those. For the sake of this video and my channel, we're going to call these people adult content creators. I like to say a different name, but I want this video to get out to the masses. So we're going to stick with that name. Now, people may ask, where did this all start? Well, they infiltrated the game category, where streamers stream gameplay. That's what I used to watch, and many other teens like me. It started with creators like Pokemon. Now, Pokemon stuff is not that wild, but she's not innocent. But she's a saint compared to these other females on the platform today. It started with her streams. She was one of the biggest female Twitch streamers, and sometimes she would wear provocative clothing. And that's where it started. Female creators looking at her and seeing how much money she's getting from the platform and copying it and just taking it up a few notches. And, once you get the ball rolling, it just don't stop. It usually just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's what happened. Then Twitch gave them another category, the hot tub meta. Now you have this whole category where females can go on there, and as long as they have a pool, hot tub, or just one of those little kiddie pools you can get from Walmart, they can be in a bikini on Twitch, a site that is 13 and up. Save that for later. But yeah, they can be in full bikinis and just stream. Not really giving much value or nothing, but their bodies. Oh, and how can I forget the just chatting section? It's a lot more than chatting just going on. Oh, and there's one interesting thing that many of these females have in common. Many of them have an OnlyFans. Go figure. And hear this, they make it convenient. You can go to their link tree on Twitch, which has their OnlyFans in it. What a coincidence. But let's speak about it. You have a platform in Twitch which cater towards teens and young people alike. And then you have OnlyFans models coming over to show free content. They still get paid, but not as much as they are on OnlyFans. So, what can it possibly be? It sounds like it's advertisement. See, Twitch is like a trailer to a movie. It's just there to give you sneak peeks of what you can get when you watch the real thing, which is the movie. That's all Twitch is. They just advertise a small portion of what you can see on their OnlyFans. That's what it's for. That's why they're using Twitch. They came over to Twitch because they're using it as an advertisement for their OnlyFans. Now, let's get into why they came over to Twitch in particular. Well, remember when I said it was 13 and up? Because it caters to teens and young people. And they know that teens and young people are very impressionable. There's a reason why they didn't go to these other platforms and they specifically picked Twitch. It's because of the demographic. They knew the demographic on Twitch. They knew that they would have an easier time attracting young people from Twitch than other adults on these other platforms. It's just the truth. And you can call this whatever you like. They even respond to the audience as boys. And some of the teens talk about how they just got home from school and they're looking forward to watching the stream. They have a name for these type of people that engage in this behavior. Going back to the mistake I made earlier, I want to apologize for correcting myself. They're actually glorified strippers. See, the moment that you start throwing it back and someone starts throwing money, as soon as you pick up that money or accept that money, you have just become a stripper. That's what you have just become. As soon as you start dancing and someone throws some money and you pick it up, you're a stripper. So I repeat, they're glorified strippers. I'm sorry for correcting myself. But you know what? They're even worse than strippers. At least strippers cater towards adults. They cater towards minors and young people. Oh, but it's not just dancing and them just sitting there half nude. Sometimes they perform acts. And sometimes Twitch doesn't even ban them. And when they do ban them, guess how long the ban is? I just want you to guess. When you get a slip of the clothing. 3 days. That's it. 3-day ban. That's like Twitch telling them no, bad, bad, no, don't do that again. Hand slap. But yeah, and they would never learn with this. So you got a site full of strippers who not only strip down to bare minimum, but dance and perform sexual acts. And then you have advertisers that back up the platform. And on top of that, you have links to the strippers' websites which show other explicit content. Now, I'm not saying it is, but it sure is showing some similar characteristics to a site. And I'll let you guess what site I'm talking about. Now, let's go to the age restriction argument. Well, a lot of people say, well, OnlyFans is age restricted for 18 and up, so no kids should be on it anyways. Now, let me ask you, when these sites made their platforms, do you think that they want to shut out the kids and the teens from accessing it? My answer is no, and I hope yours is too. And if it's not, let me inform you on something. These sites can make it very difficult, if they wanted to, for you to access the content, but they don't. Most of them, if not all of them, really, don't require no ID to access the content. Making content is different. Yes, they require ID to make it. But if you look at the terms, if you just go to the websites, which I don't recommend you going to, they don't require no ID to access it. So if they don't require no ID, what do they do? Well, most of them have a box that you select that you're 18 and up. And maybe they have like a puzzle that you got to slide to prove that you're not a robot. So these restrictions on these adult websites do not work. And these adult content creators know this. That's why they go to platforms like Twitch and advertise their content. I speak with guys about every day, and the average age that they have viewed adult content is around 13. So I know that the age restrictions are not working because a lot of my friends, they say ages like 9, 10, 11. I mean, very, very young. And it's sad. Now you got platforms like Kick, which is even worse. And we're going to speak about them in another video. To give you some context, Kick is like at an 8. Twitch is like at a 6. But how it's been recently is creeping up to that 8 status. And 10, well, that's where you start to have last names like Hub and X's start getting put behind your name. So with platforms like Kick and other sites that allow and feed this behavior, it does not look good, and it does not look like things are going to get better. Now, recently, Twitch has been trying to combat some different things, but they only do the bare minimum. See, Twitch is only pushed to enforce new rules once advertisers start getting upset. See, with platforms like Kick, they have big money backing those platforms, but Twitch is heavily reliant on advertisers. So whatever the advertisers say, Twitch does. And like I said, all Twitch does is give them a slap on the wrist and a 3-day ban max whenever they violate these rules. So until Twitch really starts cracking down on these creators, they're not going to stop. So recently they came out with this ban because there was a problem going on with these adult content creators focusing the whole stream on their body parts. I mean, they had another camera just pointed directly at the different body parts. And recently, Twitch banned this. I think there was a little help from the Twitch police, even though he won't accept it, voice critical, and why this got so much attention and why it got banned. Now, not all the female creators are like this. There are good ones, but this group that is protected in this behavior and these actions are ruining it for everyone. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, don't let a few ruin it for everyone else, but it's different in this scenario because this is a teen and young platform for young people. So a select few can ruin it for everyone. That's just like if you took a porn star and put her in YouTube Kids, allow her to make content. She would single handedly destroy that platform and cause a lot of chaos on that platform. And that's pretty much what's going on with Twitch. You got all these strippers, OnlyFans creators, and porn stars coming on the website and destroying the platform. To be honest, it does not look like it's going to get any better. To all the parents and guardians, watch the devices that your kids are on, and to the young people and adults that are watching, please do not watch this content. Try to stay away from this content because these are tough addictions to break from once you're in it. As always, stay in reality.